on the web area, round the outer edge, and thrust your tongue inside the earlobe. So flick the bottom part of your tongue and release a slow sigh like this. And it will send him mad sensation. Unpredictability is very good when it comes to sensation. Boom! When you do all of these things, you will send him hitting the ceiling, thinking how you did that. Now, today I'm here to give you 16 things that you could do with your lips that will drive your husband crazy. Are you ready? Anyways, hit the like button if you're feeling my content, you're loving it, and subscribe. Don't you forget to turn up the notification bell to be the first to get my videos. My name is Jane Lawrence and I'm your love doctor. 16 things that you could be doing with your lips on your man's body. Of course, I know you know a thing or two about kissing your husband. After all, it's been part of your bedroom repertoire, no doubt. But if you're not using your mouth to its maximum potential, you're probably overlooking your most potential powerful tool. Because fun fact, you need to know that your mouth is capable of a lot of things. Your mouth can deliver an incredible range of sensation just by merely applying naughty nibble or a barely brush of the lips on his skin, or a tantalizing tongue wiggle on the right area of his body. Boom! When you do all of these things, you will send him hitting the ceiling, thinking how you did that. All right, so here are the sexy mouth moves to give your hubby an insane time in the bedroom. All right, number one, pay attention to his ears. Now listen to me, the ears are designed to pick up the subtlest sensation. So if this is one way you want to send your man to the space, then you have got to remember that less is more. So this is how you do it. Place your lips, you know, an inch away from his ears and release a slow sigh like this. A slow sigh, which of course would tantalize the nerves without going overboard. Then take the earlobe between your lips and gently tug. This will pull and indirectly stimulate the nerve endings inside the ears. Now the nerves are almost never stimulated, so you will really blow his mind when you do this. You could also trace the earlobe, you know, like this, round the outer edge, and then thrust your tongue inside the earlobe. All right, inside the ear hole, I meant to say, and plant kisses on the ear. Now the smacking sounds of those kisses will awaken the new erogenous zone and send sexy shivers rippling through his entire body. Trust me, this is my soft spot. If you can do it right, you get me any day, anytime. Number two, don't forget his fingers. If you think kisses on the hands are only for men courting women in the 1940s, then you haven't tried this one. All right, and I need you to try it. Now try placing the tip of your tongue on the web area at the base of his finger, then slowly slide your way up the side. All right, this move will give him goosebumps because this area is really very sensitive. But like the nerves of his inner ear, it rarely gets much attention. Then to make him completely crazy, take the tip of his finger between your lips. It's suggestive of what you could be doing down below. Trust me on that one. Men love it. Number three, kiss the roof of his mouth. The roof of his mouth. Now to some of you, you may be thinking in your head that you've explored every part, every inch of your man's mouth with yours, right? But the truth is, the one area that's often ignored is the roof of the mouth, which is one of the most ticklish part of the body. So next time that you're lip to lip with your man, try to flick, you know, your tongue, the tip of your tongue, once or twice in an arc here along this area. All right, this move works wonders on any man, because you know when people kiss, they always go for the tongue. But if you want to get a rise out of your man, then you best run your tongue along the roof of your husband's mouth, and don't do it too much. All right, just do it once or twice and it will send him mad sensation. Number four, tease him. You know how it feels when you get teased with the hands, right? Just gently caressing your body parts. Well, this is what you do with your lips. You're going to trace his lips or any part of his body with your lips slightly apart while you blow hot air onto the surface of his skin, or onto the surface of the skin that you're teasing. And this works perfectly fine on part of the body that are highly sensitive, like the thighs or the back or the neck, anywhere. But while you tease, please don't forget to plant tender kisses at the end of it. Trust me, the sweetness of this kiss will also strengthen your emotional ties to each other. Number 5, nibble his neck. Trust me, this is the kind of few kisses that sort of establish that I want you right now kind of connection. And I mean kisses on the neck. Alright, so to take the passion level up a notch higher, gently pull your man's head to the back or to the side. What you're doing while you extend his neck to the side is that you're exposing an extra sensitive tendon running down from the ears to the shoulder, and then starting from the base of his ear, you could walk down the ridge of his extended neck, and then you can randomly alternate between small nibbles and gentle kisses so that he won't know what's coming next. Just be unpredictable with this kind of sensation that you're making with your lips. All right, unpredictability is very good when it comes to sensation. Number 6, use your tongue. I don't think most of us use the tongue as much as we use the joystick and the juicy part. The tongue gives massive pleasure than you can ever imagine, and I am not just talking about the upper side of the tongue, but the underside. Here, the underside of the tongue. Now listen, if he thinks he's seen or felt it all, show him how wrong he is by using the underside of your tongue to please his senses. You know the upper side of the tongue here is like rough. It's very rough in nature, but the underside, it has a silky texture. You could touch it, you could feel it, and that texture will feel so sexy on his most sensitive spots, like his nips, which is, you know, often ignored on men. Although many men are embarrassed to say it because it seems like something only women should like, they secretly crave to have you pay attention to that area. So flick the bottom part of your tongue, from side to side across those sweet spots. Then when you see that he's getting into it, throw his senses off by switching to the rougher upper side of the tongue, and then alternate back and forth with the upper and the lower. And trust me, the reason for this alternate pleasuring technique is because the nerves tend to get numb when they receive same type of stimulation for a long period of time. But when you switch from one type of texture to another, from the rough to the silky type of texture, you will keep his senses on maximum alert, which will keep him begging for more. Trust me on that one. Number 7, kiss his thighs. Trust me, this will drive your man crazy. It's also the neglected part of the man's body. You know, most women just forget that there are other non-conventional parts of the man's body that can send him wild. And so we just concentrate on the joystick, we just kiss him and maybe play with his nips for a while. But there is more to a man's body than that. His thighs are super sensitive, especially the thighs close to his joystick. So just start right above the knee, then plant light kisses, light as feather kisses there, then work your way up. But try and increase the pressure of your lips on the skin as you go up as you go further up his thighs. Alright, men love foreplay, and trust me, sometimes it pays for you to prolong the agony by starting over and over again, starting down at his knees, working your way down to his thighs, and maybe ending at his joystick. That will just keep him crazy with great anticipation for what you're about to do next. Now, number 8, kiss your man's tummy. Now listen up carefully, ladies. Between the man's navel and his nether region lies a strip of hair known as the treasure trail, and it is given that name because of its sensitivity, not to mention the fact that it leads right where he's dying for you to go to. So if you want to show him just how prizeworthy this trail really is, you need to start right below his navel, then take some strands between your lips and pull. Just hard enough that he can feel it, but gentle enough that he's not jumping out of his skin. Alright? Hard enough. Now this is what is going to happen when you do that. The pinpricks of slight pain that this will create will send jolts of electricity through his lower abdominal region, and it will even register below the belt where the joystick is. You know why? It's because the light hair pulling indirectly activates the nerves deep beneath the skin surface. Plus the downward direction that you're heading towards will make your man's imagination run wild. with hot and heavy possibilities. Are you getting me? Number 9, give a hand-free massage. Now this is what I mean, and I will paint a picture for you. Now, right, you straddle your husband as he lays on his stomach. So you're straddling your husband's back, and then while you're doing that, press your mouth firmly on the back of his neck, right, and use your tongue to walk your way down to his tailbone, like on his spine. Instead of using your fingers, you're using your tongue to give him a massage from the back of his neck to his tailbone. And trust me, it is very relaxing, it is very triggering, and it is mind-blowing. So if you do that repeatedly, try tracing, you know, his spine from his neck, from the base of his neck to his tailbone repeatedly, once or twice, you will run him crazy. Number 10, make your mouth vibrate by humming a sound on those sensitive parts of the body. All right, now I know that a lot of you have not thought about humming on your partner's sensitive part. At first, when you do it, it might feel a little weird and funny. Do you get? Because it's not something that a lot of people do, but the payoff will be worth it, because humming causes your mouth to vibrate in a way that feels similar to, you know, toys. You know what I mean by toys, right? Plus, varying the pitch of your voice creates a range of sensation. Lower pitches creates slower vibrations. Higher pitches causes faster vibrations. So you see, try this, especially when your lips is on his cap. When your lips is on his cap, try humming. Try the humming sound. The vibration that the cap will get will cause crazy sensation to run down his spine. Remember that the frenulum is connected to the spinal cord. So when you're humming, the sensation that you will be giving him will be mind-blowing. Number 11, pay attention to the knee. This area is one of the most underrated erogenous zones. And trust me, the knees are full of nerve endings that we seem to neglect. And that's why oftentimes people are really ticklish when you touch their knees. The back of the knees are especially very sensitive, since the nerves are close to the surface of the skin. So for maximum impact, what you need to be doing is you need to swirl or roll your tongue around the crest of his knee, maybe at the back of his knee, and then blow on that area. Now this puff of air will cause the moisture to evaporate. Plus your man will be able to actually feel the breathing, which will in turn, you know, tune his body into yours and give your intimacy that super intense energy. Now number 12, suck on the bottom of his lips. Now take the bottom of his lip between yours and suck on it gently, and this will of course bring more blood to the surface of his skin and make the area even more sensitive. And to get him on the act, have him suck the top of your lip, all right, while you're working on the bottom one. Then switch, because a lot of guys know only two kisses, the lip kiss and, you know, the French kiss, but this is something completely different. And since you both can switch the role, it's never going to get monotonous. Number 13, tickle his torso. Now listen, ladies, there are lots of places that men would love you to lavish attention on, though they wouldn't readily tell you or admit to it. But I personally would suggest that you flick your tongue around, you know, known erogenous zones like, you know, the underarm, plus the not so expected locations like the rib cage. Those places are very sensitive, and trust me, the underarm or even the armpit is super sensitive. What you need to do is make him close the armpit. All right, make him close the armpit, and you just slide your tongue through it, in and out, and just get creative and follow your heart. All right, slide it in and out with your tongue. It creates a massive sensation. Number 14, try to introduce new sensation with all that you have inside of your mouth. There are more to your mouth than just your tongue. You've got a tongue, of course, you've got lips, you've got teeth. All three provides a different feel. So in between licking and sucking sensitive zones like the nips, you could try grazing the nips or any sensitive part of his body with your teeth for a little added, you know, excitement. Number 15, oh my god, we're almost coming to the end, and I am so excited because this is a very long video. Number 15, start talking. Start talking, even though I know the sighs and moans are sexy in their own right, but trust me, whispering phrases or demands or commands or even just your man's name is such a turn on. But the bonus is when you get vocal about what you want him to do to you. It always guarantees that you both will enjoy each other even much more because you're communicating. Number 16, which is the last one, work that lips on his back. Have him lie on his stomach, all right? Then slowly trace a zigzag, line up his spine. All right, starting from the very bottom. Remember, the spine contains a lot of nerve endings, so you will have him begging for more if you kiss trace his spine with your lips and tongue all together. So just try all of these 16 tips that I have given to you, and you will be amazed at how so much electrifying sensation your man is going to get. Until next time, keep living the fab life and know that I love you. Mwah.